it's a very windy day, but it is nice out, you know. Gonna get some more vitamin D while I can, as long as the sun is out and winter's not upon us just quite yet. It's very, very windy, as you can tell. This is a Kohler Command 17 horsepower vertical shaft engine from the lawn tractor. Hi, Quinn. I got the engine for free from my friend Nick from Iceland, West Iceland. He took it apart because it backfired. He didn't want to put it back together again. So he says, hey Henry, you want it? First of all, I'm not one to turn down anything that's free, you know what I'm saying? The problem is, while I have rebuilt about a dozen or so engines, 80% of them are all Briggs single overhead valve engines. The other 20% has been Kohler Courage. I've done like 2 of them. I've worked on a lot of Kohler Commands, but the thing about the Kohler Commands is they're so reliable. I have never seen a blown connecting rod on a Kohler Command, and that still holds true. Connecting rod is fine on this, okay? Problem is, I've never taken one apart before, nor have I ever put one together. Being that I didn't take this apart, it's just like 100 times harder to put it back together, since I have no idea where those screws and nuts and bolts go. I have no idea. It's like 100 of them, you know what I mean? Small one, thin one, thick one, long, 16 thread, 24 thread. No idea where any of those things go. Well, I have some idea, but I mean, watch, I try to put this all together. Either I don't have enough or I have extras laying around, you know? I'm just gonna have to play detective today by looking at, you know, what fits where, looking at the shape of certain things, metal plates that are bent, looking at the erosion. Like when this is on there, it's dirty around that shape or rusted around that area. You know, you can kind of puzzle it all together like a jigsaw puzzle, right? Pressure lube, oil pump gear. I've never taken one apart on a Kohler before, Kohler Command. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put it together. Does it go like this or like that? You know, is the inner one like this or like that? I have no idea. So, you know, even if I did miraculously get this thing together, I question whether or not it would work, you know? I thought that this stator has a 4-bolt assembly, but after removing this to look, it appears that the 2 other bolts in there are gone. Like it's stuck in there, you know what I mean? And then grinded down. So somebody's definitely been in here before. The gaskets are all made by RTV silicone, and I don't have any gaskets, you know? But Nick told me that everything is here, so I'm just gonna try to put it together, you know what I mean? The best I can. I'll put you on time lapse because it's gonna take all day. So there we go. Here it is. This is my Cv-490S 17 horsepower Kohler Pro overhead valve engine that I just put together from pieces. Having never taken it apart before, I'm pretty stoked as to how it came out. I'm missing the air filter cover. I suspect I'm gonna have a leaky carburetor. I need to put fuel lines here. Everything else seems to be in order. Got the voltage regulator on there, and as you guys know with the commands, and the only reason why I know this is because I've had a bunch of commands where I've had voltage regulator problems. You need a ground strap because this shroud is plastic, right? This voltage regulator needs to be grounded. So it comes with a ground strap that attaches to the frame, which is attached to the engine block. Didn't have a filter, so I put a filter on there thanks to a bunch of filters that my friend Samuel Sandoval gave me. This goes to the stator. As you know, I put RTV silicone to make my own sump gasket. The shroud seems to fit on here pretty well. Got the starter on here, plus the metal tin that I almost forgot to put in there. I stripped the bolt over here, but it's okay because the other side is mounted, and it's also structured along with the cover here, so it's tight. Don't know if the starter works, but everything is here. This, if you guys didn't know, is for an option of a mechanical fuel pump. You bust that hole over here and put a mechanical fuel pump there. That's in case you didn't know. I'm missing a dipstick. I think I have a Kohler Courage one, but I don't know if it'll fit, but I'll go and try. I don't know what that hole is for. I figured out that that other metal tin goes here, which helps the structure to hold the shroud on. This doesn't go anywhere. I'm missing a clip maybe, otherwise it could go in there. That's on there good. The spark plug wire goes through here into there. As you know, I made my own valve cover gaskets too. This is hydraulic lifters, so you do not, there is no valve clearance for this. You just tighten it down. Attach the muffler onto here, all the bolts, and it seems to be good. I am missing a breather hose here. I might have one, I'm not sure. So I need a breather hose. I need a dipstick. I need a air filter cover, fuel line. But this is all when I'm ready to, you know, mount the engine somewhere. The only things that that's left over, I had to find about 5 to 10 bolts and screws and nuts. That is the oil pump gears. And I do not have the round cover with the 3 holes to keep that in on the bottom. There's a clip here which is left over also, and I have no idea where it goes. So you got the clip here and you got that there. Those are the only 2 things that are left over. So I think I did pretty well considering what I had, and absolutely no instructions whatsoever. Since I've never taken it apart, I was at a loss as to put it back together again. But I think I did a pretty good job, being that I have rebuilt about a dozen engines or so. So I kind of know what I'm doing, sorta. But that's that. Shout out to Robert Smida from Fort Plain, New York for buying 4 Patriot stickers. Remember to continue to support the channel, fellas. Buy a sticker. So recently, I've had a bunch of hand cleaners send me their products to try. One of them was Wonder Scrub from MA. They've sent me the wipes, which I used on the first day that I got them. I think they work great. And here's their hand cleaner. These are bestsellers on Amazon Prime with free shipping. These are commercial, industrial use, and mechanics' favorite hand cleaner. This big jug here is the same thing as a small jug. I like to use the big jug because it has the squeeze thing. If your hands are filthy, today it's not even that bad. I put together an engine, it's not even that dirty, you know what I mean? But it's pretty dirty though, you know what I mean? So the difference between this and other conventional hand cleaners, especially the industrial kind, you think that it's going to be irritative to your hands and it could cause chafing. But some of these industrial ones, you know, the commercial ones, they include pumice in it, which helps with the roughness of the consistency so that it removes the grease easier. You know what I'm saying? Instead of a creamy kind of a feel, it's rough, like it has sand in it. That's what gets all the grime off of your hands, right? So Wonder Scrub doesn't use pumice, they use walnut shells. So I'm just gonna try it right here. There's another important thing about Wonder Scrub that differs from the others. You do need to use some water and first dilute it a little bit because it's industrial strength. So I'm just using like maybe a quarter's worth, you know, size of a quarter. And I could feel the roughness of it. You know, I feel like there's sand, you know. But this is what causes it to help get the grime and the dirt out of your fingernails, the crevices, your knuckles, everywhere, you know. So I love the hand cleaners that I've been getting because for mechanics and wrenchers like myself, in the garage all the time, we wash our hands quite a bit in the house and we cause a mess in the sink and, you know, buildup of oil. And, you know, I'll go inside to my bathroom and wash my hands and my wife will be like, holy cow, a hurricane just came through here, and she'll spend some time having to clean up after me, you know, which is not cool. So these hand cleaners, you could just put in your garage, and when you're done putting an engine together, let's say, and your hands are absolutely filthy, you can't go walk over to your door with your dirty hands and Now you're gonna make your doorknob all dirty. You go into your bathroom and you're dragging in dirt and grime and all that. So you kind of want to preliminarily clean your hands before you go into the house. And that's why we have these products over here. So I'm diluting a little bit more with a little bit of water. So look, I'm a very honest guy when it comes to reviews and stuff. And if I have something to say about it, I'm just gonna say it. So with the other hand cleaners that I've received, you do not need water to dilute to get it to work. You just squeeze it out, you use it, you wipe it off, and it works, you know? I've had some that have pumice as well, but you don't require the water. I have water, but is that really convenient for a mechanic? Does he have a water spigot somewhere in his garage that he can just easily go and get just to dilute your hands with water first? I mean, if you have a sink, wouldn't you just wash your hands there in the sink? You know what I mean? So for a garage guy like me, I think it's a little inconvenient to have to require water, you know? So I would probably use the towelettes, the wipes to clean. Also, because you say you use walnut shells, my daughter is allergic to walnuts. Will that cause an issue if she's near me, and I've just been using this with walnut shells, and I touch her? Is that going to be an issue? You know, so those are a little bit of the reasons why I'm telling you about the things that I would experience from using this product. So far, so good. My hands are very clean. Let me wipe this off. So I'm wiping off the excess that I've just used to wipe on, and honestly, I'm sorry, but I'm having difficulty wiping it off, and my hands are still somewhat dirty, you know what I mean? So I've been rubbing for quite a bit with the stuff, and it doesn't seem to get my hands that clean. So if you ask me if I would use Wonder Scrub as my go-to hand cleaner, with the requirement that you need to use water, I probably would say no. But if you guys would like to try it anyway, Wonder Scrub. Give it a try for yourself. So look, I wanted to clean my hands some more, you know, so I wanted to use the scrubs, but I pulled it through the thing and now the whole thing came out. So, but you know what? Most of the scrubs are like, most of the wipes are like that. It's difficult to get it through the hole. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm going to use a wipe to try to clean off the remaining dirt on my hands. And these work just great, you know? It has that scrubbing power. With this stuff over here, I felt like I had quite a lot of the substance on my hands. Having to dilute it with water was a little bit of a pain. And I felt like once I was scrubbing a little bit longer, it somewhat dried on my hands, you know? And being that it dried on my hands, it was difficult to take off, you know, with just wiping it off with a towel or something like that. So you almost have to continuously have water saturating it to help it clean, you know? But these Wonder Scrub wipes are getting my hands very clean, no problem. So out of these, I wouldn't probably use the hand cleaner right away unless I had a sink near me where I use it like soap, you know, diluting it with water and continuously scrubbing with the water. But honestly, they're hand cleaners that don't require the water, and they clean your hands very clean. And you just wipe them off with a towel or something like that and it's clean. But I don't think I would be using this professionally, you know? I mean, I think it's great to have in my garage and stuff as an option, but there are other options that seem to work a little better. But that's just my opinion. But the wipes work much better. My hands are much cleaner than before when I used this. Didn't really get it very clean. But anyway, thanks a lot for following me on today's episode. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Hey, I'm Andy from Jericho.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.